Elfo's alive again. Before we get to today's video, I want to take a moment to talk about Patreon. That's right, we are on Patreon now, and we have a bunch of tiers with a bunch of great rewards. You can subscribe and get things like early access to all reactions, depending on your tier, depends on which reactions you get early access to. You can vote on polls exclusive to patrons that will help determine future reaction series and more. You will get to just have various choices in terms of like getting to choose future reactions I react to, getting to choose first impressions I check out, all kinds of different rewards, and possibly more coming in the future. We're still new at this. We're still figuring things out. It's a process. It's a process. But we have multiple tiers, so whatever you would be able to donate, if you're able and willing to donate, is appreciated. It helps me out. It helps the channel out. It helps us grow. It's going to help just, standardly. It's just something new to check out. Plus, if you like getting the reactions early, that's also a plus. But it is optional. If you're unable to do it, that's completely fine. All reactions will come to YouTube just a little bit later, a week later or so. So, that all being said, thank you as always so much, and let's get on with today's video. And with that being said, hey everyone, welcome to Princess Decay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to episode 13 of Disenchantment. I'm excited to see more of this. Last time we visited Hell, we saw Heaven. Jerry is God's favorite for some reason. And Lucy received and gave up multiple demon upgrades just to be able to save Elfo and Bean and escape from Hell. He's a real one. You know what? We gotta give him that. We gotta give him that. Last episode was a lot more of the humor I expect from it, while the previous one before that was a little more serious. And now I guess we just gotta see what comes next. Whether Bean's mom continues to be a threat throughout the season, or if we're going to focus more on getting the kingdom back into, a non-petrified state. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But I'm very excited. I'm so glad to be back with this series. Like, I have missed this series since I dropped it originally. And, I was going to initially watch it on my own time, and I just never did. Because I'm so bad with that. Again, it has been like 8 years this year since I dropped that originally. That's so long. That's almost a decade. Jesus. I was in my 20s when I dropped this. I feel old. I was like, what, 26? If my math is correct. And it's just like, oh my God. Like, what the fuck? I'm 34. But yeah, I'm happy that we're back with this, and I'm enjoying it so far. So let's get into more of it and see what we have in store. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. Welcome to the Afterthoughts. We'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. It was Maurice LaMarche. Levo was voiced by Maurice LaMarche. I thought that was the case, but I wasn't 100% sure because Maurice has been in the credits of the entire series. I believe he does a lot of voices in this. So I wasn't 100% sure, and I wanted to check, and yeah, that is the case. So, um, this episode was great for a number of reasons. It really fast tracked bringing the kingdom back. I really didn't expect that to happen like this quickly. I'm not disappointed by it, but I just was surprised. We also got Zog and Una officially having a divorce, and Una going off to be a badass, sexy pirate queen. Which it's like, I don't know if I ever really thought of Una as sexy prior to this, but it's like, I don't know. That pirate get up is like just like doing it for me. It's just like I can't even entirely express why, but for some reason it's like the pirate get up on her just works so well, and I'm very into it. um, but yeah, I see her as sexy now. I'm not afraid to say it. Of course, I've always kind of been into like that entire kind of like mystical creature species, like fish people and whatnot. Mermaids, as we saw at the beginning as well, which that was very sexy, um, as well. But yeah, it's like I've always kind of liked like fish human hybrid type races in a lot of media. Um, so it's not really a huge surprise that I would eventually end up being into that. Although I don't, it's kind of unclear if Una is like a fish. She has gills and everything, but it's like she's been referred to as like a lizard and stuff as well. So she's been referred to as reptilian. But if she was a fish, wouldn't it be, or like fish like, wouldn't it be more amphibian than reptilian? I don't know. I don't know. But either way, also the scene with her like getting high on the drugs and then getting having herself tied to the front of the ship and screeching like that was so goddamn funny. That was so funny. But we finally got to meet Levo. Levo has been mentioned, I think, since the first time we went to the elves and all. Um, and so we finally got to meet him. He's clearly plotting something. He might end up being an antagonist for this season, based on what we're seeing. He's plotting with the king to get something that apparently is at the castle in Dreamland in the dungeons and all. So I guess we'll see where that goes. Um, yeah, it's pretty interesting that we're kind of fast tracking this now. I just wonder what that's going to mean. I wonder like what else we're going to feature in this season, where else we're going to like progress, and if we will see uh, Dagmar again. It raises a lot of interesting questions. But this pretty much wrapped up the entire, I guess you would call it an arc, of Dreamland being petrified and all of that happening, and being betraying her father. All of it's kind of been resolved at this point. The only loose end is Dagmar, still being out there. So I guess we'll see when and if that comes back. But yeah, I really enjoyed the humor in this one. I liked a lot of the character moments. Again, Una was just an absolute joy. She was the standout of this episode by far. Which again, I don't know if I don't remember from back in 2018 when I did the first 10 episodes if I liked Una that much. I just don't remember. But it's like maybe it's just because of like how I've grown and what I've like become more into in terms of characters and just humor and whatnot. It's just like this episode like really really endeared me to Una a lot, like very strongly. And it's just like I genuinely don't remember if anyone is watching this that had watched back when I did the first 10 episodes, or maybe um, has watched it more recently to get back into it before watching these new reactions, can you let me know what if you have seen that, if you know what I said about that, if I said anything about that? Because I genuinely cannot remember. And I don't want to try to go through all of those reactions myself when I have a lot more to record and a lot more to just do with both the channels. So, and if you haven't seen it, I'm not asking you to go and watch them just to get that answer. Don't feel like you need to do that. I'm just asking if you did see it back then and remember what I said, or if you've watched them, if you have happened to watch them more recently, then yeah. If you haven't, don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm very, very excited, like I said before, to be back with this series as it is. And when it just really, really works for me, when everything just really comes together like this, that's just the best case scenario. So yeah, I loved this episode. I know these afterthoughts are pretty short, but I don't really think I have much of anything else to say. So let me know your thoughts down below. If there's anything specific I didn't talk about that you want to hear my thoughts on, please feel free to ask. And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.